Okay, yes, we're back and we are on the van conversion. I promised you we'd be doing that and we're good.
You talk too much. Today I'll be showing you what we're doing. So follow me. First of all, we have this massive window to put on the side door of the Sprinter. And then this spray stuff to protect against rust. And then we'll be putting these back. It's going to be fun.
Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Adrian, single father to 13-year-old twins John and Ella. Our journey began in Thailand, where I used to work as an underwater cameraman, and that's where I met their mom. Tragically, we lost her during the birth in Bangkok. I later moved back to the UK to be closer to family. Now 9 years later, I'm home educating the kids and planning exciting adventures. I've always known the transformative power of travel, and I want my children to experience it while they're still young enough to want to go with their old dad. We converted my trusty work van into a cosy camper van to embark on incredible journeys. Our future plan is to upgrade to a bigger van and make a more permanent home in Europe. Join us on our journey as we explore the world, learn and grow together. Right, I've wrestled the camera back off that cheeky little munchkin and put him to work. So we're going to clean these plastic bits up first. Or at least somebody is.
Yeah.
Right, John's busy, aren't you, dude?
Yep. Right,
He's hoovering out the back a little bit where the dust is left over from the welders. And I've been threatening to do this. I think every single video we've done on this van conversion so far, I keep saying I'm going to put these back in. I'm going to put these back in right now. That's the one. Oh, John's back. Hey, dude. Hello. Where's he gone? Ha-ha! Right, I got them steps in. They took way longer than I thought. So next project, we might go up and sand these, okay? Feel like getting on the roof?
Yeah, sure.
Come on. I'll just get my sanding block. Right, okay. How are we going to hoover the dust, you ask? Right, I'm going to paint over these. I don't need to paint over these, but I want to and make it all match. Now, this is Tiger Seal the lads put on this. I've never used it, and they swear by it, and you can paint on it. It's like a silicone that you can paint on, which you can't with most silicons. Oh, look, they got it there and there. There we go, now it all matches. God, this will dry in no time in this sun and heat. Right, John's cleaning up in there. We're going to call it for today. Are we done there, John?
Yep.
Yeah, right. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to look at those side panels, like I said, and maybe the window. Good morning, everyone. It is another day. We haven't quite got the sun with us yet, but it's meant to be coming out. But we're going to be working on what, John?
A side door window.
Yes, exactly. So what we're going to have to do is turn the van around because we're a little bit close to our neighbour's car at the moment, and we want to be able to work from our garden. So should we get that done first?
Yep.
Okay, so we've turned the van around. We've got a nice little workshop area set up. John's getting my new drill bits out. And for anyone who's watched our previous van build videos, you know that we've done a few of these now, so this is something we're quite comfortable with doing, although this window is humongous. That is absolutely huge, but yes, I'd like to believe we know what we're doing after we've done it a few times, so it should be fairly easy. So the first thing to do is I'm going to pilot a load of holes with these new drill bits I've got. For those who haven't seen us before doing this, we pilot holes around here. We follow the line of that seam, which is very, very handy. Or I might get the grinder and just grind that across, just to be easier. Once we've got the pilot holes done, I can then join them up around here with my pen, and we'll get the jigsaw. I've got a jigsaw, new blade as well, I believe, yes. And we'll jigsaw the hole out. That's part one, let's do it. All right, I'm about to make the pilot holes now. It doesn't matter how many times I've done this before, it is terrifying putting holes straight through the wall of your shiny, expensive new van. And now there's no going back. I'm going to grind this off from the inside. The jigsaw would get it from the outside, but I don't want anything to slow me down and, I don't know, make the jigsaw jump around. So I'd rather just cut those out now. Let's do that. Right, next I'm just going to enlarge a couple of those holes so I can get a jigsaw through at various points. So I'll mask that off, we'll get the jigsaw through some of these bigger holes and we'll cut it out, pull it off, put a window on. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Right, that's it, we're ready to jigsaw it out. And it is a Sunday, so it's noisy. I hope the neighbours don't mind, we'll be as quick as we can. If you're watching, neighbours, I'm sorry. Jigsaw. New blades, very important. And James, if you're watching, I know you advised me not to do the jigsaw because it shakes it around too much, but it's all I've got, mate. It's all I've got. The sun's out, fantastic. Just what the weatherman said. So, right, we're going to cut this out now. Here we go. Hello. I'd like an ice cream, a can of Coke, and have you got those little crunchy bars? I like those. All right. Sorry. Great stuff. Now we just need to file down the sharp edges a little bit, put some primer on, and we're there. Right, and this is a primer that comes with the window fitting kit, and I remember it from last time. We have got to put this on the bare metal where we have just cut and filed it, and that will protect it and stop it from rusting. I've got to put a bead of that primer around here so the adhesive's got something to stick to, and I've got to do the same around the outside of the window. And then we stick it on. Right, we just got to get this trim all the way around here to cover this edge. now we've got to put the adhesive on for the window, and I remember from before this was like tar. It's really sticky, slow stuff to get on. And you've got to have it really sticking off quite proud like that. Ta-da! Right, so of course we leave that tape on for now. I'll probably leave that on till later this evening. Let's have a look on the inside, John. You want to have a look?
Yep. That was my idea.
That was your idea, but then I turned the camera on and pretended it was my idea.
Yep.
Don't touch it. Oh, actually, we should check if there's any gunk coming out. No, it's all good. Yay! I want to open it, but we better not open it. Okay. That's brilliant. We were going to crack on with these side panels next, but you know what? It's hot. I'm tired. I think we just might quickly go and do that bit in the garden, and that'll be it for the day. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
We just got a bit of gardening we have to get done, and then we'll call it a day at that, I think. So we'll finish that lot off later. So that'll do for now. We'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it is the next day. It is not, however, morning, because I was busy doing the speed awareness course this morning. Let's have a look at the window. Nice. So we took the tape off it. John, have you opened it yet?
No.
Go on, give it a test run. Super strength, go, go. These windows are always a bit stiff when you first buy them. We've got the same ones on our little van through there. That's great, huh? What a difference.
Wow.
And it makes a massive difference for the driver. Obviously, when I'm sat there, I can look over my left shoulder and see traffic coming from that way if we're pulling out of junctions and things. Anyway, because we've only got an hour or two this afternoon to get some work done, we're going to be focusing on these bits like I was just saying yesterday. Down here, what you can see here is that's obviously the clips from the mouldings, what do you call them, the side panels on the outside. Now these are notorious on sprinters and crafters alike to let water through, and you can see where it's trickled through there. Water gets in. What does water do with the metal? Of course, eventually it corrodes and rusts. Now it's got some sort of wax oil coating on there already, and you can see it's worked, it's protected, but it's getting old. We need to have a good wipe out and a clean in here. We don't necessarily need to wipe this wax oil off. Oh, John, just catch that door. We don't necessarily need to wipe all this off. We're just going to clean it up a bit, and we're going to pop all these clips and all the panels off, and we are going to spray that new stuff that my friend advised me to get. This Blit hammer. We're going to spray that all inside there. All the way down both sides. So it's going to be a bit time consuming and steady away. And there's the front doors to do as well, but we might leave those to another time. This really feels like this is the last sort of van maintenance fixing type thing that needs doing. We've got the holes filled, we've got rid of the rust. We've done so many jobs on the van, and that's the last one that doesn't, it's not nothing to do with building a camper van, if you see what I mean. Am I making sense here? It's just van maintenance that needed to be done. Everything after that is camper van building. It's adding things like the window to turn it into a camper van. I'm making sense, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah, are you listening and actually going, he makes sense?
I'm looking at your moustache. It's in a funny way.
You're looking at my moustache, I know.
Yeah.
It's got so long that it actually curls up on the sides now, and then you can't help fiddling with it when you've got a moustache. Anyone who's got one out there will know. You can't help fiddling with it, then you start shaping it. Yes, all right, I'm going to get to the barbers and get trimmed soon. But vans are more important. Are you laughing at me?
Yeah. I am.
Cheeky monkey. Just in case anyone's wondering, where is Ella in all of this? First of all, the weekend where we've been working on the window and other bits, she's been at a sleepover at a friend's house for a few days, having a lovely time with her best mate. Now she's back, but she gets given a choice. She's more than welcome to come and work on the van. But I said if she's not doing that, then she can get the housework done because we're busy. So she would rather do that. So she's putting out laundry, she's sorting out the dishwasher, she's cleaning the bathroom and stuff like that. Her choice. We could all do that, and we could all do the van. But she chooses to do that. So there you go. Right. Should we get on with this?
Yes, I don't have a choice.
Oh, there we go. Well, that doesn't look too bad. I've disconnected that already. And there's no corrosion on this side, which is good, which we were kind of expecting anyway. So only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. Okay, this side looks fantastic. It looks like the day it stepped out of the factory, if I'm honest. So that's a good thing. However, yeah, this side, not so much. Now, if anyone can recall from a previous video, I can't remember which one it was, inside, up on there, when I was, what was I doing? Sanding it back, I noticed that there was filler in the wall, and it's made me suspicious that something has happened on this back quarter. And now we've pulled this panel off, well, let me just give you the comparison to show you. That is what it looks like out of the factory. This is where this piece of metal comes down, this piece comes up, and then they meet each other on this lip. And you can, if you can see with this camera, it's nicely folded on itself and just factory pressed, and it's beautiful. Very, very pretty. Then on this side of the van, the passenger side, it's that's a factory seal. This is yet to be cleaned on this side, of course, so ignore the dirt. But that is a factory seal there. But then look here. This piece has been bolted. In fact, there's some sharp, you probably won't be able to see, but that's sticking out on the back of there. There's sharp blooming bolts fit through there, holding this on. That is not sealed at all between there and there. There's literally, going to the inside of the van, there's a gap there that I can stick my knife through. Any water that gets in behind this trim and sits on there, it's just going to go straight in through there. Now there is drain holes underneath, which I better check and make sure they're free, but that's really quite crap. Look at that, it's been filled and patched and more bolts. Even the trim, the plastic trim that was on here, had a little Phillips screw pushed through there, helping it stay on. And you can see here, these are normally black plastic grommets, yeah? See on the back, it's got spray paint on it. For someone, and even here, this black that goes around the electrics, even the electrical thing itself, it's got silver spray paint on it. This has been sprayed. This is not original. So what I'm gonna have to go do now, unfortunately, is we'll get the trims done like we wanted, cleaned up, sealed, everything put back away, but this one's gonna have to stay off. I'm gonna have to try and join these lines up a bit better. I think I need to grind a bit off the edge of there because it's sticking out way further than all the rest. And I am going to have to prise this open and just fill it with a load of Sikaflex or something to make it watertight before we can put that one back together. I'm a bit peed at that because of what I spent on this van, but it's one of those things, you know. Do I contact the guy? Do I kick off? What good's that going to get me? Email after email of arguments and problems. Eventually one day going to court costing thousands. It's just not worth it to me, I don't think. It's something that I can sort out and rectify. The frame's okay underneath. There's nothing else showing. I'm just a bit peed, really, when you spend a lot of money, you know. I suppose it could be a lot worse. All right, so we are all cleaned out down in here. I know it doesn't look perfect, but that's just the previous wax oil that's on there, and that's fine. It's not moving anywhere. It's solid. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little bit disheartened with finding that on the side of the van. And I thought, you know, I'd rather keep it real with you. And you guys watch us every week and you want to see what's going on. It's not all singing and dancing and yay, isn't this amazing? That's really put me on a downer finding that. It really has. John's feeling it. He's not fully enthused at the moment. It's these jobs, putting that window in yesterday, we were having loads of fun. It was fantastic. That's what we want to be doing, building the van. We had so many giggles in the sunshine, me and John together. You'll see from the thumbnail from the video, we were having loads of fun. But then stuff like this, I know we can't have it all good, but it's so disheartening. It really is. It just feels like you're going, you know, one step forward, two steps back sometimes. We still feel like we haven't started turning it into a camper van. And I thought pulling these trims off, cleaning it up, spraying some stuff on, sticking them back on, you know, 2 or 3 hour job maybe. And of course now, yeah, the rest of the trims, we'll get them back on today probably, maybe. Time's running out. But that has now become a job in itself. That's something I'm going to have to spend half a day messing around with. Tomorrow I want to be getting on with something else. But it looks like I'm doing that now, doesn't it? I've got more rust to treat. I've got to sand it back, treat it, cure the rust, paint it, seal that hole, then put the trims back on. Nothing I can do about it. We've just got to keep going, otherwise it'll never get done. And I know in 5 months' time, 6 months' time, in a year's time from now, we're going to be living in this thing, driving around in the sunshine, going, oh my God, I'm so glad we did this properly and fixed it up the way it was meant to be. How are you, sir? You all right?
Yeah. Kind of.
Kind of, yeah. It's a bit of a pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's slowing us down, these things. I mean, we spent the extra money on such a nice van, so we wouldn't have to deal with stuff like this, but I suppose it's minimal. It's really minimal, and I haven't got the time to try and chase the guy who sold us the van because he bought it from a company. He probably didn't even know about it, or at least that's what he can say. He didn't know about it, and what's the point? What's the point? He's not going to just hand over a few thousand and say, there you go, sorry about that, is he? It's just a waste of time. We'll be fine, won't we, mister? Mm-hmm. Me and you. Should we have a break? Tea break?
Yes.
All right, so it's quite amazing what a 10-minute timeout and a cup of tea can do. I can handle this, I can fettle this, no bother at all. I'm just going to push this out a little bit. I'm going to quickly grind off the tops where there's a tiny bit of rust. I'm going to quickly treat the rust. I'm going to throw Hammerite on it. I'm going to prise this open, put a load of Sikaflex in there to seal it, and we're good. We're not going to put the trims back on in this video, we've decided. What I've done is I've ordered a whole bunch of new, brand spanking new clips for these because they're all so dirty. It'll take hours to clean them, and a lot of them are damaged anyway, so I need to order new ones. They only seem to come in packs of 100, so I'm just going to replace the whole lot. Let's have brand spanking new clips throughout. So they won't arrive till tomorrow, and we're planning on ending this video today. So let's get this back. I'm glad I took the time today to do that. It's got tiger seal in it, it's white tiger seal, and it's been Hammerited, so it's all rust free, rust protected, watertight, happy. Also, I had to go put in the, what's it called? Brit hammer into these cavities here. Yes, I realise it's messy. I had to get used to the nozzle on the thing, but that stuff works beautifully. It sprays so nice out of these cans. It's got a standard spray nozzle on it, but it's also got this one, which you can put on a long flexible tube. And at the end, this nozzle has got holes all around the outside, so it sprays in all directions. So you're able to poke it through little holes down inside cavities and it just sprays in all directions and fills it. So really great product. All right, folks, I think we're going to end it about there because we don't have the clips to put these back on, but we're at a good place. And next week, we're going to be looking at getting a max air fan on top of there, I hope. And I just want to say a massive thank you to our Patreons and all the people who've bought us a coffee. It helps us out so much. That's amazing. Links are below if you're interested in that. Otherwise, if you don't mind hitting the like or the subscribe if you haven't already, that's free and it helps us out. It'd be fantastic. Otherwise, what we're going to say, John?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.